Act 1 Beyond. Lorraine is murdered by an unknown assailant after requesting Jonathan's help. The perpetrator is a mysterious individual with white blood. Jonathan returns to Beyond, taking the 4 capsules and the leaf he got from Lorraine with him. He sets out to get Ed's help. Ed should be at BCP. Beyond Cop? Wait. Act 1 Beyond.
ビヨンドコースト、天と地が一つに見えるところ。ここは本当のあの世、ビヨンドかもしれん。
So mysterious.
地球でのネゴシエーター特権もここでは通用しまい。一人で北条の行方を探すのは困難かもしれない。エド・ブラウンに協力を仰ぐのが賢明だろう。奴なら快く引き受けてくれるはずだ。エドはビヨンド警察 BCP にいる。奴も50代半ばのはず。ポリスノーツ時代からだから、きっと BCP でも出世してるに違いない。念のためにポリスノーツ時代の写真とロレインの写真を持ってきた。何かの役に立つかもしれない。BCP はこの宇宙港の近くにあるはず。まずはエドを探しに BCP へ急ごう。
Alrighty then, so we gotta look for Ed. Let's see.
よし、BCP へ急ごう。
Oh, whoa. I don't think I did that correctly. Shit. Beyond Coast Police Department.
ここが BCP か。さあ、エドに会えるといいな。
Okay, when I did this, I didn't realize I could do this. Spaceport. I just came from the spaceport. What's the point in going back? Okay, so I just fucked myself out of seeing everything there. Lovely. That car must belong to someone here. There's only one sort of person who illegally parks in front of a place like this. The police cars they're using nowadays, they don't look any different from the ones at home. BCP police cars parked there. It's a garden. Looks well maintained. It says Beyond Coast Police Department. Policenauts? These the police suits the BCP uses? They look like something you'd take to war. They're police suits employed by the BCP. This one looks the same. Alright, so let's see if I can enter. Looks like the entrance. Go inside. I guess I'll head inside.
ここが BCP のロビーか。広いんだな。
おい、あんた、何の用だい？被害届でも出すのかい？
Let's just dress down some of the people and see what happens. The call girl, a staple of modern society. You not from around here? Interested? How do they always know? Want to get away from here, baby? Real good price, I promise. In front of cops! Let's talk with her. They bring you in, did they? Something like that. So what do you want to say, baby? Sorry, but I've got business of my own to take care of here. What? You're one of them too? I don't believe this. I must be losing my touch. Something else to say? So how's business? Take a hike, dipshit. Well, alrighty then. It's a map of Beyond Coast. The place looks like some sort of control room. Alright, what about this guy? He kind of looks like a version of myself. Let me guess. Undercover. Thought I smelled something. I'm looking for a guy who works here called Ed Brown. You know him? I'm Detective Starsky? Really? I'm waiting for Detective Foley and Sergeant Riggs. I don't know anyone by that name. Never heard the name. He looks like he's waiting for the other officers. What about the guy in the head? It's a BCP cop. He looks like the receptionist. Maybe I'll try asking this guy about Ed.
Ah, いいかな。俺はジョナサン・イングラム。地球で探偵をしてる。
それでビヨンドまでわざわざどうしたんだい？
昔ここに勤務してたことがある。
へえ、本当かい？ぶち込まれてたってわけじゃないだろうな。
警官をしてたんだ。当時の旧友に会いに来た。
なるほど。同窓会でもしようってわけか。それで話してみな。
Ask about security on Beyond. So how's the crime situation here these days? I know you didn't come here to ask me that. Pfft, whatever. It's been 30 years. What do you expect? They try to tell you it's a safe place and everything, but in reality, Beyond's the same as any other major city on home. See her there? Comes with the territory. That's what happens when any large group of people live together. And when the city turns dirty, so must the cops. Just like Lorraine said. You know, I do have a job to do here. No simpy, huh? Of course you're gonna get crime if... Wait. Of course you're gonna get crime if you've got a million people living together. Theft, prostitution, drugs, murder, take your pick. The work never stops around here. We get paid next to nothing, too. Alright. It's time I started thinking about a career change. That's pretty much the story. That's what crime's like here. He's asking me. I got work to do, you know. Enough with the questions, alright? It's been over 20 years since this place got started. Times change. AP does all the real work now anyway. Nowadays, they're the ones that hit the street. Old cops like me get the desk work. AP is BCP, period. I guess the EMPS play a big part too. Not everyone gets to pilot those, though. People on home seem to think that we're all out whizzing around in EMPS everywhere. Enough with the questions, alright? How much more are you expecting me to hear from me? Okay. AP. AP stands for Advanced Police. It's the elite unit the chief created. It employs the latest EMPS as well as Frozeners. The AP unit's got a total of 30 members and 20 EMPS. Enough with the questions already! EMPS. EMPS are the police suits developed by the Tokugawa Heavy Industries, and BCP is for use around the colony. EMPS stands for Extravehicular Mobility Police Suit. They're the things front, right? Out front, right? Yeah, I saw them. These are the Goddard model. So far, this is giving me a very OCP RoboCop vibe. Each one alone costs tens of billions of yen, but price ain't an issue. We could never go back to the way things were before we started using them. How much more are you expecting to hear from me? Frozeners. They're the guys from the fertilized eggs the government's got. Normally they got sent to the military, but the chief uses them in AP too. Yeah, they use that artificial white blood, right? Lately, we've seen Frozeners sent here from various militaries on home. Enough with the questions, alright? Ed. I'm here to see Ed Brown. You know, the former Policenaut? Ed? Ed Brown? That's who you're here to see? Jesus, you came all the way from home to see him? He's down in the junkyard. The junkyard? Yeah, Vice. BCP's dump. He's in charge there. You said Vice? If guys like us have the BS work, you can imagine the fun they have. AP handles just about everything they used to do. I don't know why they still call it Vice. It's down in the basement. The cave, as we call it. The cave? It's dark, smelly, and weird stuff grows on the walls. That's what Ed does now? Alright, what about Ed? You got something against Ed or what? He's totally useless. I pray to God I don't end up like him. Everyone around here knows him. Hard to believe he used to work with the chief. Oh yeah? The chief's an ex-Policenaut too. You want to see Ed, right? Then go see him and leave me alone. So far I'm liking this guy, but I think that's just because he makes sense for me to yell as him. You ruffle feathers up here, you get thrown down there. They're BCP's freeloaders. Man, I don't believe this. See for yourself, if you think I'm making it up. Alright. Let's just show him everything. Can you tell me if you've ever seen this man up here before? What does he have to do with anything? I thought you were here to see Ed. Look, what do you want me to say? Okay, Lorraine photo. You see this? I don't care what your girlfriend looks like. I don't know her. What is it with you? Capsules. What do you make of these capsules? What are these supposed to be? I don't recognize them. Okay, leaf. Have you ever seen this kind of leaf before? That a pressed leaf? I'm not into plants. Policenauts photo. You know this picture, right? You were a Policenaut too? Damn, I had no idea. Alright. You and Ed. Makes sense now. So, you had an anti-aging ops or something? Like I told you, AP does all the work here. The Policenauts are a joke now. Okay, so I'm good.
助かったよ。
その言葉は風紀課に行ってからにした方がいいぜ。
どうして？
聞かなかった方が良かったかもな。立ちの落ちぶれた姿は見たくないもんだ。
Alright, let's talk to the prostitute again. She's got spunk, I'll give her that. Hey, where do you think you're looking? Sounds business. Take a hike, dipshit. Okay. Where's the basement? Oh, Vice, okay.
地下だな、風紀課は。
あんた、エドに伝えてくれ。早くやめちまいなって。いつまでもただ飯食らってると惨めだってな。
But that's the sooner he stops getting paid! You gotta get paid, dog!
.ここが噂に名高い風紀課か。なるほど。優遇されてる部署とは思えんな。
Alright, who's this fellow? He's eating a hamburger. I remember me and Ed used to hit the fast food joints all the time. You hungry or something? Forget it. Don't even ask. Oh, it just says man. I thought his name was Mac. That came to mind because I somewhat recently watched the movie House. And it was kind of weird that, like, the women all had nicknames that were in English. And one of them, because they said she was supposed to be fat, but I'm like, she looks just kind of husky. And that's it. And it's like, so, but her name was Mac. And they don't look like the APs, the guys in the lobby we're talking about. Their complexions are normal. Talk with. You got a minute? Is this Vice? What do you want? This is the basement. Toilet's upstairs. I'm eating right now. He's a scrawny little kid. Doesn't seem like the place for him. Leave me alone. I want to enjoy this burger. Man, he wants to take good amount of time to eat his lunch. Okay. Who's this? She's quite a tall woman. Must be at least 6 feet. Yeah, they can't be the APs. Maybe I'll try you instead. This is the Vice unit, right? What's it to you? Fuck. She's the biggest woman I've seen since I got here.
That's a huge bitch.
What is it? Is it something in my hair? She's got a pretty strong home accent. What the fuck would that accent be? Put a sock in it, tough guy. Walk yourself back upstairs while you're at it. This is Vice. BCP's dump. Interesting outlook. A book stand? That's a lot of paper media. Okay, who's this? That must be the boss's area, seeing it as it's a complete mess. I can see why they call this place the junkyard. Is that Ed? I can't make out the face. Look closer. Yeah, that's Ed, alright. Hey, Ed! He's out cold. Unbelievable. Yo, Ed! Wake up, damn it! Get up, damn it!
居眠りするにはまだ早いぜ。
ジョナサン。
30年も先回りしやがって。
ジョナサンイングラムか。懐かしいな。
エドも元気そうだな。
ジョナさん、よく来てくれた。ゆっくりしてってくれ。この通り俺の方は暇を持てましてる。そうだ、ビヨンドでも案内しようか。
エド、違うんだ。実は頼みがあってきたんだ。
頼み？
ああ、助けが欲しい。俺の捜査に協力してくれ。ロレインの夫、徳川製薬の北条健三という男がこのビヨンドで行方不明になっている。俺はロレインの依頼でその北条の消息を追ってるんだ。エド。
ジョナさん、すまんがそういうことなら力にはなれん。
エド、ロレインが殺されたんだ。俺の目の前で。何か大きな事件に巻き込まれたに違いないんだ。
すまん、ジョナさん。
どうしちまったんだよ、エド。いつからそんなふぬけになった？
頭を冷やせ、ジョナさん。この一件は我々の担当ではない。ホームの警察に任せるのが一番だ。
エド。
ジョナさん、BCP で俺たちのことを何て呼ばれてるか知ってるか？ジャンク屋だ。ここはクズしか集まってこん。後がないんだ。
昔のエドはどこへ行ったんだ？俺の知ってるあのエドは。
ジョナサン、お前の知ってるエドは30歳も若いエドだ。今の俺は違う。守るべき家族もローンもある。年を取れば勇気もなくなる。失敗も恐れる。権力にも屈するようになるんだ。俺はゲイツのように器用ではない。
エド。
俺はここでこの汚い地下で机にしがみついているのが精一杯だ。今のこの地位もゲイツの情けだ。
分かった。それ以上言うな。
デカ長がやらないんなら私が手伝うわ。
メリルがやるって言うんなら僕もその話に乗った。
お前たちバカなこと言うな。こんなことが上にバレたら終わりだぞ。
終わりってデカ長、ここがその終わりなんじゃないの？
エド。俺は30年の間にいろんなものを失っちまった。ロレインも。だがこれで本当に全てを失っちまったってわけだな。無理を言ったな、エド。じゃあな。
なんてこった。あと3年だぞ。あと3年で無事定年だってのに。たくジョナサン、表だっては協力できんからな。
エド。
それから無茶はごめんだぞ。無茶は
分かってるさ、エド。心配するな。
お前の心配するのが一番心配なんだ。それからメリルにデイブ、お前らこの件には手を出すな。いいな。この件は俺の個人的な問題だ。
了解デカ長、手は出さないわ。
口は出すけどね。
たく。あ、ジョナサン、遅れたがこいつらを紹介しておく。メリルにデイブだ。メリルはホーム生まれのホーム育ち。元ハイテク特殊部隊フォックスハウンドの最後の隊員だ。あのザンジバーランド陥落に参加した。
道理で地球なまりがひどいと思った。
よろしく、ポリスノーツさん。
デイブはビヨンド生まれ、ビヨンド育ちのビヨンズだ。
よろしく、ジョナサン。セレストリアルは大歓迎だよ。ホームはいいものな。僕もホームの移住願いを申請中なんだ。
よろしく、メリルにデイブ。
さて、ジョナサン、どうしよう。とりあえず BCP 内を案内しようか。お前もポリスノーツだったんだ。興味はあるだろ。
Okay, so same last name, first name, very closely tied backstory, and this fucking jacket. Holy shit. This must have been, I don't know, like, if Kojima had like, if this was just the project he wanted to work on more than anything, and then once he had this, he was just fine. He peaked, essentially. Also, a minor note, but I actually have to say that kudos to whoever drew Ed, because I noticed a lot of Japanese animators have trouble animating black eyes. Like, they make their features look really exaggerated, but Ed actually looks, like, legit as fuck. Same with all these guys, like, they don't look... They don't have, like, the weird stereotyped look that a lot of whiter European characters get in anime. Like, where everyone looks like Dio Brando or whatever. So, let's cut to... Whoops. Sorry to this guy. Is that a bulletproof vest? This is a life jacket. I like the way it looks. You don't need to wear a vest on Beyond. They send EMPS to all the trouble spots. There's no such thing as safe to a cop. You can never be too careful. Relax, Jonathan. It doesn't look too much like a life jacket, does it? It's light, too. Okay. Dave? What's up? Okay, let's ask about him. Why'd you become a cop? Well, as you know, I was born here on Beyond. I've never been outside the cylinder. I became a cop because I thought I could get a transfer to home. It takes time for Beyonds to obtain an immigration visa. Sometimes years. It's not easy either with all the checks they do. You're lucky, Jonathan. I'm a pretty ordinary guy. My interests aren't that different from most anybody else's. His hobbies? What are your hobbies? I guess my favorite thing to do is building kits with a box of Maximum Burgers next to me. Building kits. The PVC you get here is made in zero gravity, so you don't get any air bubbles or warping or bumps. Everything comes out real nice. They're better built and cheaper than models you find on home. He said kit, but he didn't really say specifically what kind of kit. A plumbing kit, or is he just fucking making, like, figurines or something? His hobbies. Do you like scale models? I'm into sci-fi monsters, like the ones you see in old tokusatsu flicks. I guess you could call me a modeler. I thought all you guys like to do this stuff, don't they? What I really want to do is some bird watching in the great outdoors, or whale watching in the ocean. You can't do that sort of thing here. Okay? Space whales. Why does that idea not sound that ridiculous? I'm trying to remember where the hell I heard that. When I was a kid, Beyond was a safe place. That's why I decided to become a cop. I figured it wouldn't be a dangerous job. I'd no idea. Oh no, I had no idea? Why do they think it's like I'd no idea? Because I'd is I would, so he's saying I would no idea. I think okay, so this is a translation fuck up. I had no idea. Sorry to hear that. Then all the dirtbags started showing up. Our job is to get rid of as many of those dirtbags as we can. Figured Lorraine was right. Ever since AP started up, we don't do any of the dangerous work like drug busts that normal vice units would do. It's more or less basic collars for us. One day I want to crack a real case. You know, something front page news, no matter what it takes. It's not like I want a whole load of danger, but still, who wants to be stuck doing this crapola? Okay, let's show him whatever. Hojo photo. Is this the guy you're looking for? That's Hojo. Doesn't look like the type who'd just leave everything and take off. He looks like a good person. Hey, she's that anchor woman on News Order, right? Who did you say she resembles? This news anchor. I remember Lorraine saying her daughter was a news anchor. She could be your twin, seriously. Capsules. Capsules? Are those some kind of drug? Why not get Victor to do an analysis for you? How about having Victor at Forensics do an analysis? Okay, be sure to keep that in mind. I've never seen a leaf like that before. Is it from home? Why not get Victor to do an analysis for you? Okay, so Forensics no matter what. I think the Policenauts are still cool. I don't care what anyone else says. It wasn't like your average Joe could go into space these days. In those days, you had to be chosen. Okay, I'll talk to Meryl now. What about his burger? He still hasn't finished his burger! Is that a maximum hamburger? They became famous after they set up that so-called drive-thru for astronauts. I used to eat a lot of them on home. This is the Beyond version of a 1G meal. This is my favorite food. On Beyond, there are 2 types of packs. The other being the 0G meal. I like the 1G meals. Dave wants to try a carbonated drink on home. Things like carbonated drinks and beer don't taste very good in zero gravity, so they're impossible to come by here. Even when you try to get them shipped from home, they spoil along the way. I never thought about that, how something like a carbonated beverage would handle zero gravity. What does this shirt say? What's that shirt you're wearing? It's from a repatriatist movement. I'm a repatriate myself. Mankind should return home. We don't belong out here. Jesus, Dave, not so loud. You could kiss your job goodbye if the brass found out you were a repatriate. A repatriatist? Yeah, a repatriatist. Pollution in outer space is worsening every year. The movement says we should cease all space exploration and development and just return home. Okay, what about that nose strip? Or is his nose supposed to be bleeding? Your nose looks a little red. Yeah, it's just the way it is. I guess I rub it a lot. Hey, that's what makes you, you. Can we not talk about my nose? I'm sensitive about that. What about the goggles? What kind of sensors do those goggles have? None. These are the type of goggles biplane pilots would use back in the 20th century. One of my dreams is to fly a hang glider out home. To have nothing between me and the wind. Now that I think about it, there aren't any aircraft in here, are there? Nope, no gliders, no planes, choppers, nothing. So we got a life jacket and a pair of goggles. What's the point? How would you ever use them out here? Oh, I do. Yeah, how? They make me feel good. I don't actually need these for my job or anything. Okay. I kind of like this as like a, as a means of explaining just sort of the weird look of certain characters. Because while there is a lot to say about costumes that are completely impractical, there is also something to say about costumes that look very boring. And this guy's outfit essentially is just his things that he likes or believes in turned into a costume, which is which actually is a very cool way of allowing him to stand out and have an explanation. Although Meryl over here has a much more basic outfit. That's quite a knife. It's a Nishi combat knife. It's for protection. I've carried one ever since I was in the military. No one would ever go after you. It's great to have around. I can cut through anything. Except the bond between partners. Ha ha! Don't worry. I don't cut up little boys. It's great to have around. I can cut through anything. Okay. The foxhound tattoo? Is that a real tattoo? No, it's just a paint tattoo. It stays on for about half a year. I am still a woman, after all. That's a very strange statement for me. Not even because it's like one of two things. One, like the ladies I know who either don't want a tattoo or actually think tattoos are sexy. But I know this game is Japanese, and in Japan they are a lot more heavily tied to crime. This is Foxhound's old insignia. Most people here don't recognize it. That woman seems a little big. That gun seems a little big for a woman. I didn't even see her fucking gun there. This is a Magnum Monster Special, the biggest lift gun in the world. So that's a lift gun. This kind of gun suppresses recoil, allowing you to use it in zero gravity. Almost all guns on the colony are lift guns. There's a second explosion in motion. Wait, there's a second explosion the moment a bullet exits the muzzle. It's kind of like a rocket. That serves as the bullet's main propulsion. That's why there's so little recoil. Wouldn't another explosion right outside the gun throw off your aim? No. See, you have a laser that keeps you locked onto your target. It has other features that absorb the residual recoil anyway. I'll take my recoil any day. Have you ever put any in any practice at the shooting range here? I've got several different programs you can use. You should check it out sometime. Thanks, but I'm a pretty good shot. But I guess it wouldn't hurt. I haven't had a game over yet, thankfully. I wouldn't mind watching you practice sometime. You really filled out that shirt. What do you expect? I am a woman? Why? You want to get to know me even more? Nah, I'd probably break something. Wimp. Jesus Christ. You want to touch these, you have to beat me. That's how I decide if someone's good enough for me. Alright, name your terms. How about beating my high score in the shooting trainer? Shooting? Just so happens that's my specialty. Alright, what do I do? What are you guys trying to start? Training mode level 2. Any target you want. You get over 550 points, they're all yours. Keep in mind that you need to hit each target at least twice. Over 550 in level 2 training mode, huh? Good luck, you'll need that. Okay, that's kind of weird. Your hair's kind of bushy, like an afro or something. Must be hard work, is it? Actually, it's easier for me this way. Brushing your hair all the time is a pain, I think. Yeah, not many people on Beyond have hair this long. What about the headband? Is that a bandana for holding your hair together? No, sweat. I got it from one of the instructors in Foxhound. I wonder which one. He said it'll keep the angel of death away. This has saved my butt a number of times. Most of them have been for stopping bleeding. A bandana does seem out of place on Beyond, but don't let it bother me. Oh, the earring. Not many people on... Oh, that's still the hair. Okay, let head talk. What? You can put that knife away. I won't fight you. Sorry, what? What did you say? What? Wait, did you say you like me? I'm not even gonna pretend to try. So you ask about her? Why don't you tell me about yourself? That's a surprise. No one's ever said that to me before. Not in person, anyway. I'm mainly into bikes and combat. I like a man, but not in that way. Of course, ever since I came here, half of me has disappeared. You can't ride bikes on the colony. Well, you can, but only electrical ones. They don't let you import gas model engines. A bike's nothing without the speed. You wouldn't be much without the combat either, huh? It's so weird, because it's like, it feels like this character has been transplanted into like 6 different ones. Because I'm getting vibes of Boss, Meryl, Eva, and a little bit of, what's her name? Olga. It's very strange. You really want to know about me? You'll find out soon enough. But enough with my boobs, okay? Oh, I wasn't even trying to make a move or anything. I just couldn't help but notice them, that's all. That's what all terrestrials say. This is so weird. Like, there's a certain point at which it like stops being stops being a novelty and just starts to get kind of weird. Sorry, I'm not good at small talk. I don't know, because I think it's just like I don't get the impression that this feels like a real character. Alright. So you were in the military on home? Why'd you join? Everyone in my family was in the military. I guess that's why. I think they kinda hoped I would. Why'd you move to Beyond? I was in the special forces on home, but the way the world's regions were stabilizing and whatnot meant that we weren't needed as much. There was no excitement in that. I was dying to see some real action. Then the government started using more and more frozeners. They ended up getting all the work. That's when I thought I'd try it here. I passed all the checks, no problem, but Beyond's the same story. All those bug-eyed albino freaks. Just my luck, huh? Ever heard the saying, never ask a woman about her past or a man about his future? Catch my drift? Yeah, a woman and her past. Ain't that the truth? What's it like working here? Advice? Pretty boring. Catching johns and prostitutes with undercover stings, basic patrols of the colony, that kind of stuff. What do you mean, boring? There's this big area for prostitution in the center of the colony called Kabuki Quarter. Tourists from home like to go there for the zero gravity sex. You arrest them, they get out on bail. It's an endless cycle. I don't like it there because I get SAS since I'm a terrestrial. Why do they call it Kabuki Quarter? There was this red light district in the late 20th century Japan known as Kabuki-cho. There was an explosion in the number of cases of STBO in Japan back then. Kabuki-cho was hit particularly hard, so our friends packed up and moved things here. There are rumors that Tokugawa helped fund the place as a gesture towards his employees. I could never work undercover because of my build, so I'm always the one making the bust. And don't even say it! Get it from the guys upstairs all the time. Okay. Hojo photo, so that's the guy who's gone missing? That must be his wife next to him, right? Seems really nice for an old fogey. So he works for Tokugawa, does he? Old fogey, I haven't heard that in a long time. Lorraine photo? What's with this? Who's that next to you? Oh, that's just an old memento. We all have our old... we all have our past. You especially. It's like Dave was saying. She looks like that anchor. You seem happier here, John. You got a cold or something? Like Dave says, why don't you take it to have Victor do an analysis? Depending on too much on pills and stuff only makes you weaker. I'm not interested in plants except for those used for survival skills. This is fucking weird. Like, Meryl so far has kind of been just a weird reference character. Like, this is by far the most the most weirdly written character. Like, yeah. It's just a bit strange, but I don't know, maybe that's because I actually already have a lot of comparisons to other characters in the Metal Gear series. And, like, she feels close to a lot of them, but so far away. I hate flowers. I'm allergic to pollen. Policenauts photo. You look so young here, Chief. That's where it all started. The Policenauts. Alright. But that's the sooner he stops getting paid! You gotta get paid, dog! Jesus, he's huge! Wait, last name too? What? What the fuck? Okay. Okay, I knew that Meryl was a fucking reference to a character from Policenauts. I didn't know it was that on the nose though. Last name and the backstory of Solid Snake.